I'd like to call this meeting of the Princeton City Council to order. Clerk, call roll.
Mayor Mabry.
Here.
Councilmember Newman.
Here.
Gomez.
Here.
McCall.
Here.
McCransky.
Here. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Tonight we're going to start with public comment period. We have public comment period at the beginning of the meeting as well as at the end. We'd like to ask you to limit your comments to 3 minutes if possible. All you have to do is come up to speak at the podium. Just give us your name. Is there anyone here that would like to have a public comment? Otherwise, you have an opportunity at the end of the meeting as well.
Want me to go first?
Well, I think
Want me to go now or wait till the end?
Why don't you keep or you want to under Positive Princeton? Let's switch into
Perfect.
this, please.
Ray, you know what you're doing. I'll just shut up.
No. You're doing great. Okay. What did he say?
Nothing.
I'm sure it was positive.
Yeah, I'm sure it was positive. Tom, keep camera be watching now. We got
Tom, it's hot in here.
Okay. It is warm in here. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to go on, please, to the minutes of the regular council meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes from our regular council meeting on November 4th, 2024.
Second.
A motion and second. Is there any questions or comments from the council concerning those minutes? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye. Thank you. Now we'll go on to the invoices with City Clerk Janet Penny.
No.
I've got mine ready.
No, I got it.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
I just didn't add them up, but we can do it as we go. We got this. Okay. So, in the Department of Public Affairs and Accounts and Finances, we have a total of $86,039.40. In the Department of Public Property and Utilities, we have a total of $790,402.58. In the Department of Streets and Public Improvements, we have a total of $399,222.80. And in the Department of Public Health and Safety, we have a total of $208,447.33, with a grand total of $1,484,112.11.
Yes.
Run through that. Okay.
And now it's another so
Mayor, all members have reviewed and approved these to be true and correct. Is there a motion to accept the
There is, right? You guys all goofed up.
yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
I move that we approve the invoices as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Okay, good. Seeing that, clerk, call the roll.
Okay, Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye, thank you. Now we're going to go on to our ordinances, please.
Okay, we have ordinance O-24-018, an ordinance authorizing the execution of the RMA Min-Max Contribution Agreement. This is the second and final reading.
I move that we approve ordinance O-24-018.
Second. Train.
We have a motion and second. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Again, this is the second reading. We discussed this last council meeting. Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall. McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-24-019, a petition to de-annex property from the city of Princeton, Jim Rapp. This is the second and final reading.
I move that we approve ordinance O-24-019.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions from the council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-24-020, petition to de-annex property from the city of Princeton, ETAS Property Management LLC. This is the second and final reading.
Move that we approve ordinance O-24-020.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-24-021, a petition to de-annex property from the city of Princeton, Amy R. Belloc and Thomas B. Nielsen. This is the second and final reading.
Move that we approve ordinance O-24-021.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, clerk call roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye. Thank you, City Clerk Janet Henning. I appreciate that. So the last three ordinances that were read for a second reading, for those of you who weren't maybe here at the last meeting, there's some farmland that was annexed in, say, 15 years ago north of Princeton, and the farmer, Mr. Jim Rapp, wants to put up a solar farm on some of that property, but it has to be put up on land that would be serviced by Ameren. So in order to do that, he had to de-annex out of the city, and so we certainly understand that. And then the two adjoining property owners had to de-annex out as well to make it contiguous. So long story short, no ill feelings from any of the neighbors wanting to de-annex. They just had the opportunity to go with some solar collectors on their farm. So we wish them well with that. Now we're down to the city manager report. City manager Teresa Wittenauer is attending a special event tonight for her junior high son, which we're excited about. It's a very positive thing. He's getting an award, and so we wish her well. She's up at Amboy for that event. Did anybody fill in for her for the Thanksgiving holiday schedule?
Yes, you want me to read that?
Yeah, would you please?
Okay. For the Thanksgiving holiday City Hall hours and the garbage schedule, City Hall offices will be closed at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, November 27th, and continuing through Friday, November 29th, in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. Thursday garbage will be picked up on Monday, December 2nd, and Friday garbage will be picked up on Tuesday, December 3rd. Monday, December 2nd, and Tuesday, December 3rd garbage routes will remain the same. Please make sure to put your items out early. And Thanksgiving is not a recycle pickup week, and there will also be no brush pickup that week as well.
Very good. Okay, thank you, Janet. Under the mayor's report, we're going to get to positive Princeton here in just a moment, but what on some of the kind of the nitty-gritty of running the town, every Friday, actually every Thursday at 9 o'clock, I meet as the mayor with Teresa Wittenauer, Janet Henning, our city clerk, Pete Nelson's in the meeting, as well as Michael Ziering. And we discuss what's going on and any of the things that we need to be tweaking or working on. And then we do these, I call them field trips, where we'll take off and we'll go look at certain sites that might be a blighted house in a neighborhood that we've had complaints on, or it might be such things as recently we went and looked at some public subsidized housing that has some issues that needed to be addressed. So it's all a good working meeting for about an hour, hour and a half. And then on Friday, Teresa, since day one of me being mayor, she has put together a report on Friday to the council members. So your new council members get the same information I get about what's going on. It's just a summary report. And I think we've all enjoyed that opportunity to have that information. The reason I bring that up is at last Thursday's meeting, we were glad to see, as we followed along with this, on North Main Street, we had a building owner that had two buildings that collapsed about 3 years ago because of a heavy snow load. And one of the buildings we call is on South LaSalle Street, or the south side of LaSalle Street. It was adjoining another business owner, and it was a tough challenge to get the property owner to that had the collapsed building to get his building removed. And 3 years later, it's been done, and so we appreciate the adjoining property owners that are patient. Ray and Sherry Swanson, they have a business that they run, and now that building that was adjacent to theirs that was collapsed, it's been completely cleaned up, and it certainly looks a lot better. So I appreciate the efforts of the City of Princeton staff. I know Pete Nelson's been working on this for a couple of years, and Pete's protege, Michael Ziering, has been working on it as the new planning and zoning person. And so I just want to say, just in general, that we appreciate businesses and property owners that participate in keeping their properties maintained, and when we do have problems, we need to get things cleaned up. We appreciate their cooperation. In this situation, we have over $80,000 of expenses. The legal fees, we have a law firm that represents the city out of Peoria that helps us with our municipal legal services needs. So between the legal fees, the demo of the building, the different inspections, and then this particular person had a loan through the city on a revolving loan fund, and this is all public knowledge because this is public tax money, $15,000. So we're just under $80,000 on this project. So I just wanted you council members to see that. It adds up. We had to clean that site up, and now the goal is at this point, the building to the north that is also owned by that property owner, we would just encourage that property owner to finish tearing that building down. We cannot open LaSalle Street until that's done because there's still a liability issue with those walls on that north building site. So just wanted you council members to see that. I would say kudos to everybody out there that maintains your properties, and the ones that don't. The last thing we want to do is have to take legal action. We want to work with property owners, whether it be a residential home or a business. And any questions or comments from the council concerning that?
It's just a shame that we had to spend $80,000 of taxpayer dollars to do something like that because our property owner was not responsible. But that's just the way it is. That's what we have to do.
I would say it is a shame that we have to use that money, really. But I think overall, the safety concern was major compared to what we actually spent on there. We don't want to spend that kind of money, but if something would have happened for someone that would have been in that building, it would have been detrimental. So.
Absolutely, Hector. And I agree. Jerry, I agree with you too. So we move forward in a positive light now with the idea that the second building, that property owner will take the initiative, do the right thing, and get that building tore down so we can get the LaSalle Street open back up again. Okay, now we'll go to something positive. Under a positive light, I would say there's two things I would like to do. First off, Jenica, you've been very patiently waiting. Go ahead, if you would, please. Jenica Cole from the Chamber of Commerce. You don't mind come up to the podium. She's going to give us an update. Give her, Victoria Yepson, our tourism director, all the good things happening in the next 45 days in Princeton.
I guess I can give you something more positive than that silly building, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move on from that. I would be, if you don't know me, I'm Jenica Cole. I'm the executive director of the Chamber. I would be remiss if I didn't, as the Chamber director, welcome Miss Betsy's Donuts to town this week. I had an insider track last Friday with a text from Miss Betsy at like 6 a.m. And she said, I'm only texting 2 people today. One was Pete and one was me, because I'm going to have a standing order too, Pete. I was worried the donuts would get sold out by the time I got my kids shuffled around in the morning. And she's like, I'll fill your order, send it in. I was going to go give the guys helping me put the Christmas lights out at the fairgrounds some donuts. I got there and it was craziness, which is a great thing. Everything was positive. The building looks phenomenal. If you have not been in there, stop by. It looks totally different, which it's not a very big space to begin with. But I walked in and was like, oh my God, it seems bigger and you have a wall here. So anyways, I got there and she's like, it's been so busy I didn't even fill your order. So I still got some donuts. It was fine. Everybody was great. So congratulations to Betsy Kammer and her team, and I think those donuts are going to go gangbusters in this town. So welcome to her. Before I go into all the craziness of Christmas that's about to take place starting on Friday evening, I want to go back. I wanted to do this at the last council meeting, but I wasn't able to get here that night. I actually have access to a program that tracks phones by your address. And so if we could think about going back to October 11th and 12th when we hosted Witches Night Out and the Monster Mash Balloon Bash on that following Saturday. Was anybody in town that night for the traffic and the craziness? You were? There was no parking on Main Friday night, and then Saturday we really messed up traffic for the chief over by the fairgrounds, but that's a whole other story. pulling the data from those 2 nights, I thought this was great for council to hear. We brought 7,500 people to town that weekend. Those were people that came from their homes into Princeton to shop Princeton, eat Princeton, go to the balloons that unfortunately we didn't get up in the air because of the hurricane wind. Only 38% of those phones that traveled to Princeton were Princeton people. I also got a tally of where those people traveled from. We had many people from Wisconsin, including Madison, Prairie du Chien, I believe. We had apparently a family or somebody from Indianapolis area, somewhere over in Indy on the western border. Paxton, Illinois, which is like 2 hours from here. Naperville area. I mean, they were from all areas. It was phenomenal. So specifically for Witches Night Out, we had 4,200 people just for that shopping night. And I've spoken to most of the business owners, and they were elated. The weather did cooperate with us that night, so that definitely helped. But thank you to everybody that was involved, the city for helping out, and Tori had music up on North Main, which everyone really enjoyed. It was a really great night. It was just a very positive atmosphere. Everybody was in a great mood. These women that come dressed as witches, head to toe. I don't get that part of it, but hey, if it works, it works. I will tell everyone, the retailers, we have a quarterly meeting at the Prouty Building, and we met this past Wednesday, and we have decided, based on football schedule for next year and the possibility of where homecoming lands, October 3rd will be our 10th annual Witches Night Out next year. So Tori and I are going to work together, make it a bigger celebration, bring more people to town. So we'll have to maybe figure out traffic situations eventually, but I just wanted to get those numbers. I pulled the numbers from the previous, since I've been here, since 2020, we beat the Witches Night Out numbers this year by a few hundred people. So it's growing every single year. And I'll take it as a compliment that every other community is now taking Witches Night Out. Okay, moving on. Does council have any questions about those numbers? Okay. Christmas. We go from one thing to the next around here, but all good. So Christmas Walk kicks off this Friday night. The retailers have all agreed to stay open until 8 o'clock on Friday evening for some late night shopping. One in specific that I'd like to tout is Meadows. They always go all out and clear out the whole store. So she hasn't been open for I think last week they closed. So it'll all be reset and looking really pretty. So Saturday and Sunday we'll have horse-drawn carriage rides, complement of Heartland Bank on Saturday. We'll have the Cocoa Cottage out. On Saturday, the Lions Club is going to be serving complimentary popcorn with a donation to our Vero County Food Pantry. The Senior Center will be serving s'mores. We'll have greenery sales inside the Prouty, and Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here both Saturday and Sunday. And then the following Saturday is Small Business Saturday, which is very special to Princeton because we have so many small businesses to support. So we're going all out this year. You will see some little window clings. I'll get one for City Hall too. A little window cling that Tori helped me to develop. It says Shop Small, Shop Princeton. Very cute graphic, cartoon graphic of some of our buildings. We're going to put those on all of our businesses. We're going to give out those as stickers for people if they make a purchase in the store. And then we're going to have shopping totes available with that same logo for $5 each. But inside you're going to get a ton of coupons from all of our retailers taking part. And then we'll do our annual Monopoly board to encourage people to shop and support. So we'll also have Santa and Mrs. Claus here that day and a fun gingerbread workshop at the Prouty. So that Saturday will be super busy as well. And then the following weekend, we are going to light the Christmas tree across the street at Veterans Park that evening. And the Lions Club and the Chamber are teaming up to do the lighted Christmas parade again. That will start here and go to Soldiers and Sailors Park, where we will do the annual candy cane hunt. And then we'll head back to the north end to Rotary Park for visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus and live reindeer. And then that Saturday we'll have Santa's workshop at the Vero County Fairgrounds from 10 to noon. That is open to the public. We are going to serve breakfast and lunch, and there's going to be a ton of crafts and activities for families to do that day. And then if that weren't enough, that afternoon, we are doing a free Christmas movie at the Apollo. Movies free, and then each child gets a free bag of small popcorn and a small drink. So that's always an event that's well received, and everybody loves to go to the Apollo because it's just so nostalgic. And then Sunday, the Bureau County Chorus and Princeton Community Band will host their annual concert at the Princeton High School Auditorium. And if that weren't enough, Midland Bank and Princeton Tourism have teamed up to do a Christmas market at Rotary Park on December 14th. And there will be craft and vendors, food, drinks, and live performances as well. So there's more information on that at princetontourism.org, as well as on our Facebook pages. And then also that day, the Clark Norris Museum for the Christmas Open House, their Christmas Open House will take place on the 14th. And then finally, to backtrack, the Christmas lights at the fairground will open on Black Friday, November 29th. They will run Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through the 22nd, and then we will also be open the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, because our numbers show us that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are the most well-attended evenings because everybody's home and they bring their families at night. So our workers will be out there volunteering and wishing everybody Merry Christmas. So we'll be open those extra 3 days this year. So Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, and everything in between. So thank you guys for your support. And I don't know who did the Christmas boxes under the Christmas tree at Rotary.
I don't know either. I can't take any credit.
But Tori and I kept talking about it, so somebody made it happen.
The street department put them.
Wonderful. They look
Wow.
amazing. Thank you, City of Princeton.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Trees look great. I've had many compliments about the wreaths and the lights going up. And so we're excited.
Very good.
Was that positive?
That was very positive, yeah. Nice to see the elves out there working and getting things done, so we appreciate that. I was just going to say real quick on Miss Betsy's donut shop, which I don't really need a donut. I got enough of that going on my waist, but I was going to say this. I wanted to kind of let the crowd get done. Like a couple times went by and it was still people outside standing in line, so I did what I thought was the right thing to do. I went there about 9:45 this morning, and there was a little sign saying, unfortunately, we're going to close at 10 because we ran out of donuts. But I went ahead and walked inside. Lady had just paid for her donuts. She had a box and she had a bag. And so I said, is there any donuts left? And they said, no. They said, we're sold out. But the lady was getting ready to go out the door. She said, sir, she said, I'll be glad to give you a donut. I said, no, you don't need it. Oh, no, I insist. So she opened her bag up, and I reached in and I got a donut. So only in Princeton can you bag a donut off of somebody to go out the door. So anyway. True story. So we appreciate Miss Betsy's donut shop. We appreciate Betsy Cameron and Tom and the reinvestment they've made in Princeton. With that said, we'll move on now. Is there any old business before the City Council? Is there any new business? Is there any public comment? Okay, now we're going to do one more thing, Jerry, before we wrap this up. I think that one of the things I would just say, in a community like Princeton, it is the quality of life, the everyday living that we enjoy, each one of us. And some of us have been here just a year or two, and others have been here for 7 years. And I think about that, how we all are very humbled by the opportunity to, as council members, serve our community. We enjoy that. We've got 4 great council members that do care. We get along well. We sometimes growl at each other, but we certainly respect each other. But I want to say thank you to your council members. I want to say thank you to Teresa Whitnauer, our city manager, Janet Henning, our city clerk, Pete Nelson. There's key people. We have department heads that are out there every day working. We have a community that has a healthy, very vibrant hospital health system. We've got good schools. We've got a great library. This past week, the Bureau County Historical Society had an annual dinner. We think about the history of Bureau County, and we got Lex Poppins as director. He's doing a tremendous job bringing that history to life and making it very enjoyable to understand for young people. So a lot of good things going on in Princeton. So thank you to the council, and just want to wish each one of you a happy Thanksgiving, and then we're not going to do a Merry Christmas till December, okay? Till December. Okay, very good. Jerry, if you would.
Yes. Move that we adjourn our regular meeting this evening and reconvene for our next city council meeting on Monday, December 2nd, 2024, 6 o'clock at City Hall.
Second.
Motion and second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Newman.
Aye.
Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
And Mayor Mabry.
Aye. This meeting's adjourned. Feel free to stick around and talk to your council members.